a neighborhood-based business accelerator program for women was interrupted a little bit by a global pandemic. We had 3 entrepreneurs in residence move into the Near Northwest neighborhood, and you're going to be hearing from them tonight. But in spite of the challenges and in spite of the fact that we weren't able to do an in-person program in the Near Northwest neighborhood and for other women on the west side of South Bend, we were able to gather an incredible group of 13 women entrepreneurs from different west side neighborhoods in South Bend. And we were able to, in very, very short order, thanks to the incredible work of our 3 facilitators, Nicola Brown, Selena Green, and Kira McAndrews, take this program to a completely virtual format. And I'm incredibly grateful for their work and for the support of the St. Mary's IT department in making that transition online possible so that we were able to continue to deliver this program. I also want to give a special acknowledgement to the organizations that helped provide funding for this pilot project. Those include the City of South Bend, in particular, the Department of Community Investment and the Office of Engagement and Economic Empowerment. It's really Alkina Aldridge's a shared vision that we have to really bring investment back to South Bend neighborhoods. And I appreciate her support and belief in this program. Also, a huge thank you goes to the McFarland Family Foundation for a really generous grant that they provided. Again, their belief in women entrepreneurs as economic drivers, as people who are worthy of investment in, and in particular, with a particular focus on this neighborhood revitalization, building out our small businesses as commercial hubs to really enhance the quality of life for those entrepreneurs and for residents in those neighborhoods as a whole. I also want to thank First Source Bank, AT&T, as additional financial supporters and backers of this program. And then some of our many really important community partners. We have a growing entrepreneurial ecosystem in South Bend, and some of those partners include the Indiana Small Business Development Corporation, SCORE, the South Bend Regional Partnership, the Westside Small Business Resource Center, and Notre Dame's Community Entrepreneurship Boot Camp. All of those partners work together and assist entrepreneurs at different phases in their journey. So I'd like to now turn it over for an official welcome from our provost, Dr. Titi Ufamata. Thanks so much for being here, Titi.
Thank you so much, Willow. And ladies, welcome. Welcome to this virtual St. Mary's College. If there's one lesson I had learned during this coronavirus, it is the idea that actually places and spaces don't make a community. Regardless of where we're located, now as we're in our separate homes, I still feel that we're St. Mary's and that the essence of St. Mary's follows us wherever we are. And certainly the essence of who St. Mary's is and the whole idea of women being educated or trained to be responsive to the needs of their time follows all of you here tonight who are on this panel and the people who are graduating. So thank you so much for being a part of us and for letting us be a part of your life. I want to also thank very much the facilitators. As Willow had said, without the collaboration, we probably wouldn't have been able to do what we did. And to Quill as a program, where Quill has been one of the real tangible embodiments of what St. Mary's is in a very practical way. And on many levels, we try to be good citizens of our location. I'm very happy and I'm really proud of the engagement of Dr. Strait. She's going to talk after me, who brings a lot, just really good, fresh energy to the things that we do on campus and to supporting this type of program. I see Mana there as well. Mana, thank you so much for your support of this program. And finally, my focus, my last comments will be for the women who have taken advantage of this program. We're very, very proud of you. You would never know how many times and in what kinds of venues we actually brag on you, as the students would say. We find it just incredibly empowering to see and think of what you are able to achieve. And last year, or whenever the last time is, every day feels like a year right now. Because of the kind of schedules and times we've been running. But the last time there was a graduation on this SPARK program, and we had a face-to-face celebration. I have to tell you, it stayed with me for many, many days after. The level of joy and excitement that I felt in that room, particularly coming from family members, I just felt that this is the meaning of making a difference. Not just St. Mary's making a difference, or the program making a difference, but each of you graduates, each of you who have completed this program, making a difference in your families, and just making people so proud of you, and just so, it was just a very affirming, exciting, invigorating occasion. And I told myself, that day that for as long as I'm here, if I have the opportunity and I'm in town, I will always go to those graduation ceremonies because they're so energizing. And they, like seeing our students on campus, just makes whatever it is we're doing worth it. And so Willow, thank you. I think I'll just cut this off. And Dana and Mana, and especially the graduates and other panelists and your family members who supported and made this work. We're looking forward to many years of hearing from you and about you, and we will be watching for your progress. So thank you so much for making this possible.
I would also like to extend a word of welcome. Willow, apologies if you had intended to pass the baton in this odd virtual environment. But I just want to share how excited I am to see another group of SPARK graduates enter our community. Dr. Ufamata said it right when she said, we're very proud of you. And I think what energizes us the most is thinking about how you will carry the skills that you've developed out into the rest of the community and multiply the impact of this program. I want to acknowledge the very strange time that we find ourselves in. Thank you for your patience in completing the program and engaging in this graduation ceremony remotely. We're very grateful for that. It's certainly a time in which it's never been more important to have mastered the skill set that you're all graduating with. You're graduating with skills that we desperately need during these tumultuous and ever-evolving times. Skills in entrepreneurship, business planning, idea generation, and innovation. And I think more than anything, skills that teach you to be determined and empowered to go out and create new things and put new ideas out into the world. As the college is facing the challenges of the coronavirus, we realize that to make it through, we are going to need to embrace the spirit of our founders and their commitment to innovation and social impact, to meeting the needs of the day. Those founders were the Sisters of the Holy Cross, who did not believe that women should be relegated only to serving domestic needs of those around them, but to truly going out and creating a difference, discovering themselves, their talents, challenging themselves to grow. You all have taken on that same spirit and that same charge. As we celebrate you this evening, I just hope that you remember that you have been touched by this community and by this same history of the college. The community was established by this brave group of strong women like you, women who survived pandemics, wars, and cultural revolutions, and who made a difference throughout them to come out stronger and to bring their communities through, so their communities are stronger on the other side. As you bring your work and your talents, all that you've learned, out into the community, I hope that you too will create similar opportunities for other women, that you'll hire them in your businesses, that you'll grow your organization so you can hire more of them, and that you'll return to us as mentors for the next group of Spark participants behind you. So thank you for sharing your talents with us, for being willing to say yes, and for allowing us to celebrate with you. I also just want to very clearly thank the director of the Women's Entrepreneurship Initiative and the Spark program, Willow Weatherall, for all that she has done to invest in you, invest in this program, and invest in the college. We're grateful that she just continues to push the boundaries of how we can have impact in the world around us. So thank you.
Thank you, Dana. It's a privilege to do the work that I do. And I did see that Mana Derekshani joined us, and while I wanted to just give Mana a moment as well to share words of welcome as director of the Center for Women's Intercultural Leadership. It's the center that the Women's Entrepreneurship Initiative is housed underneath of. And I appreciate Mana's guidance and support in this program as well. Mana, go ahead.
Sure. Totally unprepared for this. Thank you, Willow, for giving me a minute to congratulate all the women who are graduating tonight and whom we are celebrating. As Dr. Ufo-Mata said, the graduation ceremonies of the Spark program over the last however many years at Spark is one of the most moving and inspiring event, I think, of the year. As we celebrate all of your hard work during the training and the accelerators, building your business plans and learning all these new skills. It's very hard, but it's so rewarding. And the thing that I admire most in every cohort, and I'm sure in this one too, in spite of the challenges of being on, is the cohort, the supportive cohort of women that is created amongst you. And this called the secret sauce, powers you all because you have each other, because you have each other's backs, and you can reach out to any of your colleagues, your instructors, the facilitators, the mentors, Willow, St. Mary's. We're all behind you, and there's no way that you cannot succeed having the strength of women, the power of women. You embody it, and the people in the program as well. So I want to thank Willow for all of her hard work, inspiration to me. Every week when I talk to her, we get lots of new ideas, and it's very exciting. I also want to thank Nicola and Kira and Selena for their work in leading this remote Spark program this spring. And I wish you all success as you launch your businesses and contribute to your communities and develop more and more your strength and the store community. So thanks, Willow, for giving me a minute. I wish you all the congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, Mana. Now I'm going to turn it over to Jane Lockhart. She is a Spark graduate from the class of 2017. She has an extraordinary business and just an absolutely wonderful woman all around, and we love having her come back and contribute so much to the Spark community. So welcome, Jane, and thank you for providing a reflection from the perspective of a graduate of this program.
Thank you, Willow. I was really, really honored to be asked to do this today and to come be with all of you wonderful women congratulations. And I just have to say welcome to the sisterhood, because you are now part of a group of graduates who will become truly your sisters. The friends and mentors that I gained from the Spark program that have stayed with me through the past 3 years of my life of struggle and excitement and ups and downs of the greatest span you can think of, those friends and mentors have been invaluable to me on this journey. And I know that I have supported them as much as they have supported me. So get ready. I have 5 things that I want to share with you today. These are traits that I know as Spark graduates that you already have, but I want to make sure that as you begin this new phase in your journey, that you take these with you as kind of your guideposts in order to help your businesses to flourish and thrive, as well as yourselves. Because as business owners and as women, we can often put ourselves last. And in order to have our businesses be successful, we need to make sure that we're caring for ourselves as much as we care for others. So, the first quality that I know you possess and that I want you to take forward with you is accountability. We know that you can be held accountable and that you can help others to be held accountable because you have completed this very intensive program with flying colors. And you should be so proud of the achievement that you have just finished, and the fact that this was just the first step in your journey and that you have so much more ahead of you. It is so exciting that you now get to turn around and apply all of the skills that you've learned, take the people with you that you have gathered, and really make a difference in your own lives and in the lives of people in our community. The second trait that I know you have that I think is really important for business owners, but it's not talked about much, is humility. This trait is something that I know you have because you said, I need to learn in order to be able to grow. And that's what humility is all about. It's about growth, it's about learning, and it's about taking kindness for yourself as you go into the process of creating something new. A lot of people in the world feel entitled or feel like things should just be given to them, and they don't take the time to say, hey, I need to learn in order to grow. And because you have assessed the skills that you had and realized that you had a place where you could grow, and then you took the action to make that growth happen, you are ahead of so many people already. So your businesses will be built on such a solid foundation because you have the quality of humility. The third trait is curiosity. I know that all of us started out our business journeys with a little thought in the back of our heads that said, what if I could do this? Or what if there's something better out there for me? And because you took action on that little bit of curiosity and started looking around to see how you could make that happen, you found Spark and you enrolled in the program, and you found all of the people that were put into your lives over the last few weeks to really start making your dream happen. So curiosity is something that you should take forward with you. Every step of the way in the entrepreneur's journey is brand new. You are probably never going to be at a place in your business where you feel like, oh my gosh, I know everything, because that just doesn't happen. If your business is growing, you are constantly growing, and keeping that attitude of curiosity and saying, what if this? What if I do this? How can I make this happen? Those things are going to be what helps you to grow. And growth is what business is all about. That brings me to adaptability. And I think right now, adaptability is one of the biggest skills that business owners need in order to continue our businesses in this unprecedented time. I found a Chinese proverb that I want to share with you about adaptability, and it says, "When the winds of change blow, some will build walls, while others will build windmills." I think that every Spark graduate is a windmill builder. I think that we take the things that we have been given in our lives, we lay it out in front of us, and we say, okay, how can I change my situation? A lot of us have come from backgrounds where we don't have very much to work with, and we have cobbled together that ladder to success anyway, and we should be really, really proud of that. What we're making and what we have accomplished in our lives as Spark graduates is amazing. I want you to take a moment and think about that for a second. What you've created right now is something that most people don't think that they can do, no matter where they start out from. And you have done it. So just take a moment. Finally, the last trait is really important, and it's another one that I don't think that people think about when they think of business. I want you to be really, really serious about this last one. It's empathy. We're seeing this played out daily right now in the decisions that business owners make as to whether or not they're keeping their staff, whether or not they're cutting their own salaries in order to keep their staff or not, whether they are laying people off, whether they're doing what they can to care for the people in the community that they serve. Business is all about service, and empathy is that human trait that makes us realize that service is important. Empathy brings people closer. And the great thing that we can learn from this time is really what Willow said, that you don't need to be in the same building in order to be close. You have a sisterhood around you right now that will reach out to you. They'll show up in your driveway and do a little dance when you're feeling sad, even if they can't come in the house and give you a hug. They're gonna set up online girls' nights. You can reach out to them whenever, whatever, no matter what's going on in your life. It is a sisterhood like I've never experienced before, and I am so glad that you're all joining us. Say everything is just one journey. You have so much more growth that is going to happen as you continue. It's going to be scary, it's going to be tough, but it's going to be so rewarding and so wonderful, and you've got this. Thanks.
Jane, thank you. I know I want to give, like, sometimes we do spark applause like this. So we're all giving you some love, Jane. Thank you. I want to give our program facilitators a few minutes to reflect on their experiences. I cannot thank them enough for the work that they did. They went above and beyond the heavy lift to get this program online. I just can't, I can't say enough how appreciative I am of their work. And they're all successful entrepreneurs in their own right. They've come from different communities across the US over a year ago to move to South Bend and to participate in a program called Invanti. They're graduates of that program, and we're looking to stay in South Bend to launch their own businesses. And I was really, really happy that they could join as entrepreneurs in residence and facilitators of this Spark program while they were simultaneously pursuing their own goals and dreams as entrepreneurs. Selena Green, I am going to start with you. Go ahead.
Thank you, Willow. And it has been just a tremendous pleasure to work with all of you this spring. We know that it's been a trying time and we all had to adjust and think on our feet quickly to make this program work. And I'm sure you all did to be able to come to class each week, but you persevered, and congratulations, you did it. And you did it with a team and with a community that continues to support you. And so I just want to give you my heartfelt thanks for allowing me to be a part of your journey. And I hope that you'll continue to consider me a part of your journey moving forward. I'm here, and family will be here to continue to support you. Thank you.
Thanks, Selena. Nicola Brown.
Everyone, this has been a wonderful 7-week journey. And I want to leave you with the metaphor of a gardener. A gardener's main concern is when does their plant grow? And your main concern over the last 7 weeks was, how do I get my business to grow? How do I get my business to be where it should be? And you figured out how to stimulate it with some sun by thinking about your marketing strategy. And in community, you are all a beautiful garden. And so, as Jane aptly said, on this entrepreneurship journey, there will be ups and downs, but know that you have joined a wonderful sisterhood that will always be there to support you and to challenge you on this journey. So I just want you to honor your blooms as well as trust your wilts as you're going along on this journey. And thank you for the opportunity for working with you. And Kokoro is here to support your well-being on your journey.
Thank you, Nicola. Kira.
Good evening, everyone. I join my co-facilitators in just having so much gratitude for getting to know this group of incredible women over the past 7 weeks. We know it wasn't easy, and that you were patient with us beyond compare as we tried to navigate this new virtual world that we're living in. But I often go to authors or quotations in moments like these, and there's one that I love and I'd love to share. We do not need magic to change the world. We carry all the power we need inside ourselves already. We have the power to imagine better. J.K. Rowling. And each and every one of you, I believe, has a business that can not only imagine the world, but can imagine a better future for our communities. And I'm so excited to be here to support and watch as each of you go out into the world.
Thanks, Kara. So these wonderful women that we have just been bragging on all evening, I want to give them each a chance to do their business pitch so that our audience tonight gets to know them. And Carol, I'm going to go ahead and unmute you and start with you. You can kick us off. Oops, I'm trying to unmute you. Maybe not. I'm going to stop trying and let you try. There you go.
There we go. Hi, everybody. My name is Carol, CEO of Spirit Homes and Rentals. Since 2019, Spirit Homes and Rentals has been dedicated to answer the need for safe, habitable homes in Michiana, with initial focus beginning right here in South Bend. The company is committed to housing the notably underserved to help them avoid experiences such as deadly mold, infestations, hazardous leaks and flooding, and other unethical renting practices. We are also dedicated to help our tenants become first-time homeowners to promote positive growth in our neighborhoods. We are here to help, created in spirit to serve, and we can't wait to work with you.
Thank you, Carol. For the audience watching in, you can feel free to send congratulations in via chat. And at the end of our ceremony tonight, we'll have an opportunity to unmute everyone so that you can say congratulations and do a full round of applause for all of our graduates. But it's great to see the comments come in acknowledging each one of them. Carol, wonderful, wonderful job. We're gonna go to Connie Creighton now.
Hello, my name is Connie Creighton, As a licensed cosmetologist, I understand each woman's goal is to be beautiful. At A Beautiful You Beauty Concepts, my passion is to develop women in the areas of self-care and inner and outer beauty, and in social and personal etiquette. I also have an all-natural skincare line that features the healing power of essential oils. Please give me a call and let me show you how you can be your most beautiful you.
Fantastic, Connie. Thank you. We're gonna give you some love. Dominique Martin.
Hi guys. Are you tired of paying for advertising that doesn't work? I'm Nique Martin, 15-year serial entrepreneur and social media marketing strategist. With passion for helping small businesses meet their goals, I've created Legacy Builders, a holistic step-by-step approach to helping small businesses land top-paying clients.
Awesome. Thank you, Dominique. All right, Kim Phillips. There you are. I'm meeting you.
Hi, I'm Kim Phillips. I'm Kim Phillips, and my business is YOLO Cafe. We have soups, sandwiches, vegan options, and killer smoothies. Thank you.
Thank you, Kim. Great job. Go ahead, Ms. Laquita. Sorry, we were both trying to unmute at the same time.
Hello, my name is Laquita Hughes, and I am the owner of Angels of Integrity. Are you having a hard time finding a program that tailors to the need of your kiddos? How about you're just having a hard time finding a program that offers self-sufficiency tools? Well, if you are, Angels of Integrity just might be the program for you. We offer mentorship, leadership initiatives, and we also offer tools that help put in place the empathetic, humanistic connections between a whole family. So in that case, I look forward to working with the community and you. Thank you.
Thanks, Laquita. LaShonda.
I'm unmuted now?
You are unmuted. We can hear you loud and clear.
Good. My name is LaShonda Stewart. I am the owner and operator of LaShonda Soul Food Catering. Sunday mornings, baking biscuits, the fresh smell of baked bread, me at 6 years old snapping peas and seasoning and flouring chicken to be fried, cutting potatoes for salad and licking the leftover chocolate cake batter. That's my favorite. Having good conversation with my mom, grandma, auntie, and cousins. The memories, traditions, and nostalgia of family is what we cherish the most. This was my childhood. How can LaShonda Soul Food Catering bring back the traditions, nostalgia of family, and memories to you?
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
LaWanda. Oops. There you go. You're all set.
Hi, I'm LaWanda, the owner of Designs by Lola, where we specialize in customized party products. Here at Designs by Lola, we throw kindness around like confetti and make your event memorable.
Awesome. Thank you, LaWanda. Mary. There you go.
Hello, my name is Mary Jenkins, president of RPR Financial Services. We represent respect, persistence, and results. We're 5 years old, originally established in South Florida, and we are franchising to the South Bend area. Here at RPR Financial, we are focused on teaching financial literacy and credit restoration. Our goal is to help build a legacy for your families through training, experience, and financial awareness. Let's build freedom and stability.
Beautiful. Thank you, Mary. Shakira.
Hi, my name is Shakira Burt. I am a Master's Life Skills Coach. I own Lovely Minds and Faith in 8, which we house men and women that may be experiencing homelessness. We also take people that have just completed substance abuse programs. We teach coping skills and life skills in order to better equip our clients to become more of a productive member of their community.
Thank you, Shakira. Miss Tanisha, you're up.
Have you ever seen colorful and massive balloon structures, maybe at museums, malls, or community events? Well, that's exactly what I do. Hi, I'm Tanisha Banks, owner and operator of Make 'em Pop Creations. I've had the honor and pleasure of doing balloons for Walmart, Fort Wayne Stadium, and even University Park Mall, just to name a few. I love to bring a wow factor to your next event.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tanisha. And last but not least is Tracy.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear. We can't see you though.
Okay. Let me see if I can change that. How's that?
There we go. Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Congratulations. My name is Tracy Winston Williams with Unique Boutique International. At Unique Boutique, we represent the community. We bring different apparel and fashions to the community. By doing that, we also do a community outreach, a commitment. We developed a relationship that makes a positive difference in our community. Wow, I can't read my own writing. In lives of customers and in the community. With unique apparel and accessories, gifts and shopping hours that are VIP for our special customers. We collaborate with Hear Our Tears Hot in the community, a domestic violence platform for people that may be in a domestic violence relationship. We are downtown South Bend, right behind the Chocolate Cow.
It's a wonderful, wonderful shop. So I hope people will visit Tracy downtown. Wonderful,
Thank you.
wonderful job. Thank you, Tracy.
Congratulations.
I now have the pleasure of turning the program over to our keynote speaker, Rhonda Gibson Willis. Rhonda is an incredible coach and corporate trainer, as well as therapist, and she is a frequent contributor to the Spark program. We are so, so grateful to have you here, and I really appreciate your ongoing investment in the women in our program, Rhonda.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. And so with that, I want to say thank you for inviting me. It's always really interesting and exciting and inspiring to be able to take part in what Spark is doing and watching entrepreneurs at various levels of their journey really get that additional, to not play on words, spark for what they need. And so with that, as I was thinking about the message to share with the graduates, the message to share with you all in regards to this journey that you are now graduating from, and that the things you are graduating to, understanding that some of you are at various levels of your entrepreneurial pursuit. I want to speak to some things that are pertinent on the journey of entrepreneurship. I like to call them the 6 shuns. And bear with me, I just made that up. The 6 shuns. So the first shun that is imperative to your journey as an entrepreneur is motivation. And when we talk about motivation, oftentimes we negate motivation and we make it sound like something that's as simple as, if you want it bad enough, you can do it or you can have it. We find that we'll look at folks and say, well, obviously they're not motivated enough. Or we'll sometimes say, I need more motivation, or I need to get motivated, when actually we really have to break down the formula of motivation and understand what it is that we seek as far as motivation. So allow me just a moment to break down the formula of motivation, and then I'll tell you how you can go about staying motivated throughout this entrepreneurial pursuit. Because for those of you who don't know me, I've been out in these entrepreneurial streets about 7.4 years. And I can tell you that some days it's all uphill. Some days it's downhill, and some days it's downright sideways. So you really have to incorporate what it is that you need to be motivated. So motivated is a formula. For those of you who like math, motivation is value times expectation. The V is how badly do you want it? If I were to ask you, how badly do you want your business to succeed on a scale of 1 to 10, I could pretty much guarantee you that the majority of you would say 10. Am I right? You would say 10. Now, when we multiply that by the E, which is expectation, and if I were to say, how do you expect that you are going to be able to pull that thing off? Because some of you have some pretty lofty goals. Am I right? Some of you have some big dreams and big plans and things you've never seen before. And for some of us, it's where we get mixed up in that E part of it, the expectation piece. And that's where we really have to invest the time. It's not enough to want it. It's enough to really not only expect that it can be ours, but expect that we can pull it off. And so there are some things we have to bring alongside the journey, things we have to add to the recipe of this motivation and this entrepreneurial pursuit. So allow me to start with the second shun to get you to that motivation. That is aspiration. Aspiration. Aspiration is you have to have a picture of that dream that you want. You have to have something to aspire to. What does it look like ideally for you? When you close your eyes and you visualize and you see it and you get the hope and the love in your heart for that dream that you have, it's almost like when you hold your baby for the first time and you start thinking about all the things, the beautiful things this baby's going to do. And then that baby starts keeping you up at night. And then you have to hold on to that vision of, I loved you though. Remember, I loved you. That's why we get that rush of emotions immediately with that thing. We gotta bond to that dream. We have to bond to the aspiration. We have to bond to that. The second or the third shun that you need is inspiration. Now, I'm not talking about that watered down inspiration. You know, I saw something and it looked like it was really inviting and it inspires me, because you don't get anywhere with inspiration alone. But inspiration can be quite an important and pertinent ingredient. See, that's why you shouldn't try to say three. That was like an alliteration, 3 words in a row. You need that ingredient to your recipe, to your toolbox, inspiration. And with that, you have to be intentional about it. So as part of being intentional is, who are you aligning yourself with? Who is on your team? Who do you look to? Who do you consult with? For those of you who are in this journey, you have to be able to identify who your dream pushers are. You have to cut off access to your dream killers. Because some of you are attached to some people who may be attached to you, but maybe they don't love your baby dream as well as you do. So you have to understand and be intentional about being in the circles of inspiration. That doesn't mean that you're only hearing from them what it is that you want to hear from them, but it means, who are these people that can speak life into what it is that you're doing? Who can help you stay motivated, inspired, who can show up as your cheerleader when you get tired. Because trust me, ladies, you will get tired. You will get tired. You want to throw that baby on out with the bathwater. You will get tired. The fourth or the fifth, I don't know who's keeping count, is information. Information. I think anyone who's done this long enough recognizes that you will consistently have to reinvest in your dream. You're going to have to reinvest in yourself. You're going to have to reinvest in your business. You cannot rest on the laurels of what happened on today. You have to become a lifelong learner. Now, I don't care if you didn't like school. This isn't about school. This is about that thing that you've attached your wagon to. This is about what you're passionate about. And if you're really, truly passionate about it, sometimes you can't get enough information. Am I right? Some of you have stayed up late at night. You look up, it's 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and you are still working on that thing, right, Laquita? you are still working on that thing. It doesn't even feel like work to you because you want to know so much. And here's the thing that we understand about business. Things change. Things change. You can't go into this new season with old information. So you have to stay abreast, but you can't sit back and wait for somebody else to give that information to you. You have to seek it out on your own. That means that there might be some resources that you have to align yourself with. You have a beautiful connection with your spark. Y'all walk around with these sparkly fingers and I'm like, I want to spark my fingers. You have a network. Not only do you have a network with this cohort, you have the cohorts that are ahead of you and the ones that are coming behind you. Your network is expanding. Allow yourself to connect with each other. Some of you are going to become business besties. And part of that is going to mean that you hold each other accountable to not resting on your laurels and thinking that what you knew yesterday is going to be good enough for tomorrow, because baby girl, that's how folks get smoked out in these streets of entrepreneurship. Am I right? The next one, because here, this is what I know about entrepreneurs, right? And y'all could ask me how I know if you want to, but this is what I know about entrepreneurs. It's not enough to be attached to information, because I remember I left a 20-year career. I left a 20-year career and I said, I was in a social service arena. I was in child welfare and I knew a lot of things and I had a lot of initials behind my name. When I signed my name, it meant something to somebody. Well, guess what? When I walked out in these entrepreneurial streets, I had to make a whole nother name for myself. I had to reintroduce myself to other people. But guess what? I also had to reintroduce myself to myself. You're going to find on this journey, part of that information that you need to be ready to assess is, how do you learn and grow you through this process? Because you're going to meet some parts of you that you didn't even know existed. But I also remember at that time when I first stepped out after 20 years of doing a job that I was very familiar with, going into a space where I said, okay, I'm going to do leadership training and coaching. Well, let me read up on that a little bit. Let me read up. Oh, let me read this other thing. Let me get this certification. Let me go get this other training. Let me go get this. And you know what I found was I was hoarding a bunch of information. And hoarded information is useless information. So the next to last shun is going to be application. Learn, apply, learn, apply, learn, apply. Don't do the learn, apply, because what happens when you do that is you recognize that you missed opportunities where you could have pivoted. You could have pivoted a little bit. Now, that's not a shun word, but I think it's important to talk about the power of the pivot. Jane spoke about adaptability. If you're not able to adapt, we talk a lot about stability. Stability is cool. Stability is like, we're going to stay the same. Guess what? Nothing stays the same. How adaptable are you? How able are you to pivot when you need to pivot? And the only way you can pivot is if you have the information and if you're willing to apply it. The thing that stops a lot of us from applying that information is not the lack of information. It's not the lack of information. It's the fact that we get in our own way because we don't think we know enough. We think we need to do more. We think we need to see more. We think that there are other people out there who are doing the things that you're doing, because here's the thing I know, just based on what I heard from all of you, there's nothing that you're doing that's new under the sun. But what is new is you doing it. So recognize that you ain't got to do it like nobody else. But you got to be true to doing it to how you do it. But not so stuck on how you do it that you're not willing to move. Because in this, there's a flow to this. And sometimes it's a bob and a weave. Sometimes you flowing and sometimes you bobbing and weaving. So here's the final shun. Here's the final shun. That final shun is celebration. I work with a lot of entrepreneurs, and what I find is one of the things that we're really good at is we're really good about getting into the work. We're really good about doing the work. We're really good about also minimizing just how dope the work is, just how much we've done, celebrating not just the big milestones when you get to a graduation, not celebrating when you close that deal, but celebrating what's the celebration of the day. What's that thing that I did this week that moved me or my business forward, that may have felt like a really small thing, but it was a really big thing in hindsight? After being in business for 7.4 years, I can tell you this. There are things that I thought were the really small things that when I look back with that 2020 vision, I realized that those were the things that made all the difference. And I had to learn that those were the things that were worth celebrating in the moment, even if I didn't understand the impact that they would have later. Ladies, if you don't learn to celebrate while you're on the journey, and you only celebrate when you get to the destination, what happens is the journey becomes miserable. The journey becomes miserable. And I don't think any of you started a business to be miserable. Am I right? We started a business because there was something in our heart that said, this is the space and the place that you should be in. You should honor yourself enough. Honor yourself enough to honor your journey and celebrate yourself, even if you don't think one is worthy of celebrating, or two, if anybody else is celebrating you. Those are the 6 shuns that will help you to, as you navigate on this journey. And I'm here to tell you that not every day will you wake up with the dream that you've created and it will feel like a dream. Some days you will want to give up. That's why it's so much more imperative that you incorporate these shuns at the beginning. Celebrate you. I celebrate you, ladies. Congratulations. Congratulations on taking the first step to say, I am worth this. I am worthy of this investment. Being tenacious enough to keep going through, because I'm sure there was more than at least one time that you wanted to give up. Am I right? I won't even look at you because I can tell. You push through. Take that same tenacity, take that same spirit as you walk through every month, every year, every decade of your business. Because the only thing that separates those who are wildly successful and those who aren't is those who are wildly successful did not stop when the obstacles came. Because ladies, the obstacles aren't there to stop you. They're there to see how badly you really want it. So ask yourself, do I want it? And if you do, get some shuns in your life. And I'm out.
Give Rhonda some love. That was so great, Rhonda. Thank you. I can tell by people's expressions on their face and also by the comments in the chat. It was just what we needed to hear. So thank you. Thank you for building everyone up tonight.
You're done that.
It's so, yeah, it's just wonderful to have. Rhonda's known as a dream pusher, and you can feel it in what she said tonight. So thanks for pushing us all forward.
You're welcome.
I am going to do one final really important acknowledgement, and that is for our St. Mary's students who were such an important part of making this program work. So a special shout out to Jakayla Johnson, Veronica Navarro, and Sophia Fleming. These are, I hope you're seeing the love on screen, girls. But these 3 young women are first-year students. Let me repeat that, first-year students at St. Mary's College, and they are absolute rock stars. They had their lives turned upside down, had to also transition all of their learning and classes online, move out of their dorms. Sophia's over on the West Coast, and yet they continue to show up and support this program in ways that just astound me. I want to give Jakayla Johnson a moment to speak on behalf of our student assistants And I know that you all are going to just fall in love with her. And Jakayla really ran point for our student assistance on the Spark pilot program. So Jakayla, the mic is yours.
Thank you. She put me on the spot. Let me turn this off because I knew it was going to do that. Hello. So, I'm super proud of all of you. I have had the honor of working with you ladies for the last 7 weeks. We did it. I mean, it was tough with online and connection issues and me texting y'all on the back end like, hey, good morning, are y'all okay? Just checking in. But I'm super proud to have been able to be a mentor to you guys. And I pretty much gained a lot of knowledge as well because I am a business major at St. Mary's. So I pretty much soaked up all this knowledge for free. So I'm super grateful. But I just wanted to say I am super, super proud of you all. And I will be contacting y'all in the future when I need y'all to make me balloons or cook me food and all those different things. So just be on the lookout for me because I have a few businesses I plan to open as well. So I'm just super proud and I thank you guys for having me.
Jakayla, thank you. And thanks again to Veronica and Sophia. And I look forward to continuing to work with you as we build more programs at St. Mary's to support student entrepreneurship and innovation. So at this point in the evening, we want to do sort of an unconventional little ceremony. Would all of my Spark graduates please get the little delicious cupcake that was prepared by Aunt Susie's Treats. She's another Spark graduate who created this wonderful delicacy for us. And we are all going to light some candles. Hopefully it works. And for our attendees, in just a moment, we're going to unmute all of you so that we can share some cheers and a great round of applause for our graduates. But I just wanted to take a moment as we're all lighting our candles for each one of us to set an intention, say a prayer, a wish for ourselves and our businesses over the next year. I acknowledge the light that shines in you, the light that you bring to so many others through the business and the way that you contribute to our community. And thank you all for being part of this program. So we'll take a moment and on the count of 3, we'll blow out our candles. And for our attendees, we are going to start unmuting everyone. It's going to get a little noisy in here. I hear those cheers coming. Oh.
Congratulations!
Congratulations! Super excited, super proud of you ladies. You've done it. The sky is the limit. Just remember.
Thank you.
Thank you, Consuela.
Thank you.
So proud of you guys. I'm looking forward to doing business with each and every one.
We're going to go. We are going to close out. I officially present to you the class of spring 2020.
See everybody that was on here.
Congratulations again, ladies, and welcome to
Hey. Okay, y'all can come in and be like, give me a kiss and stuff.